Hello and welcome to Knife Radio, where we share the music of independent artists, try to create new independent artists, and connect them with an audience. I'm your host, Happy the Knife. This is my co-host, Jen.
Today we'll be featuring songs by the artists Phillip St. John and Thomas C. Gorton. But first, let's quiz our radio host with music trivia. Are you ready?
I am a music aficionado. I am ready.
Play along at home. Who coined the term hip-hop? A. Keith Haring. B. Cool Keith. C. Keith Cowboy. D. Keith Urban.
I'm going to guess B. Cool Keith.
Incorrect.
Fuck.
The answer is C. It is believed the term hip-hop was coined in 1975 by Keith Cowboy of the group Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. Which rapper uses the biggest vocabulary in their music? A. Busta Rhymes. B. Nas. C. Eminem. D. Aesop Rock.
I'm going to go with B. Nas.
Incorrect.
Fuck.
Aesop Rock has used a staggering 7,879 unique words across his discography. The majority of popular hip-hop artists don't use more than 5,000. Last question. What year did hip-hop officially surpass rock as the most consumed music in America? A. 2015. B. 2016. C. 2017. D. 2018. E. 2019. F. 2020. G. 2021. H. 2022.
All right, the fact that you added more makes me think that it's one of those, so I'll go with E. Whatever one E was.
Wrong. The correct answer is C. 2017 was the year hip-hop officially surpassed rock as the most consumed music in America. Happy the Knife scored 0 out of 3. Let us know your score in the comments.
All right, thanks. Can we play music now?
Yes. Here is Phillip St. John with his song, Where We At Now.
Yeah, tell me where we at now. Tell me where we at now. Yeah, tell me where we at. Where we at? Right here, where we at now. Can you tell me where we at now? Tell me where we at now. Yeah, tell me where we at. Where we at? Right here, right. When I was aiming up with arrowhead to pierce the sun, I lost some vision just for staring at the light I couldn't comprehend. Might have had a dirty lens, might have had some clouded eyes, might have felt some rain inside. Finding something you can never touch can make you angry, I can sympathize. We should write a symphony and add a little simple rhyme. It's nothing but some time. Now tap to the rhythm, get back to a space in your mind. Can you listen to voices and choices you make? Make noise, rejoice, I am warm, I am safe. I got through a storm and a swarm of a hate I choose to ignore. I'm a core, I am great, nah, nah, nah. The beat starts buzzing, the words keep coming. If you're about it, I'm about it. If you love it, I love it. Yeah, the beat starts buzzing, the words keep coming. If you're about it, won't doubt it. What I really wanna ask, where we at now? Can you tell me where we at now? Tell me where we at now. Can you tell me where we at? Where we at? Right here, where we at now? Can you tell me where we at now? Tell me where we at now. Can you tell me where we at? Where we at? Right here, right here. I'm in the moment, I'm present state, showing up for me instead of waiting for some strangers I don't know enough to dictate the way that I lay down my track. Tell them I'ma just be me no matter what, believe that. I wish someone told me I could be a metamorphosizing free from afar, making light from the dark. And I wish I could know a humble village of support could mean a tree grows regardless of the value of its bark. So I'm creating for me, you, and anyone is vibing with anything we do. Now let the beat ride and take it to renew the way you feel inside. Sit back, what I really wanna ask my friend, where we at now? Can you tell me where we at now? Tell me where we at now. Can you tell me where we at? Where we at? Right here, where we at now? Can you tell me where we at now? Tell me where we at now. Can you tell me where we at? Where we at? Right here. Wake your mind right up. Don't hate, spread love till your time is up. Make friends, make noise, make rhymes to got one light, keep shining. And wake your mind right up. Don't hate, spread love till your time is up. Make friends, make noise, make rhymes above. Only got one light, keep shining. Keep shining. Keep shining. We vibing, and we vibing.
That is such a perfect summer song. I am going to go add that to my favorites on Spotify right now.
Thank you for allowing us to share your music. You can check out Phillip St. John on Spotify or go to his Instagram at Phillip St. John where you can find his link tree and check out his YouTube at Phillip St. John. Links in the description.
Thank you, Phillip St. John.
As independent artists, you fully control the things that you say and do and your image. So, to say that that always works out for the best would be a lie. And while looking for clips this week, I found 2 clips from artists that have been very influential in the local hip hop scene, Slug from Atmosphere, and Eyedea of Eyedea and Abilities. In these clips, they talk about things that they would change on their paths. And I think it's important to remember that before it's too late. This next segment is called It Doesn't Get Erased.
I just wondered, as an artist, do you ever think about the consequences of your writing while you're writing?
I do now. I didn't used to. I used to feel like this is me. I'm speaking from the heart. I'm speaking from the gut. I'm speaking from the brain. This is what it is. And I learned the hard way that I want to be more careful than that. I want to be more intentional. And but there was one specifically that I got to see the consequence in real time. There's a song called Little Man on the You Can't Imagine How Much Fun We're Having album. And in that song, I have a verse addressing my father. And I was writing it from a place of, opening up. It was like a letter. I'm actually addressing him. And after he passed away, I was at one of the gatherings. And at this one, a friend of his was there. And she pulled me aside and she was like, hey, and I'm going to paraphrase her. She was like, I want you to know that you really hurt him with that song. And the feeling I got from that definitely informed the way that I wrote for the rest of my life after that, and will continue to. And I guess the way I like to say it is like, I'm only allowed to hurt myself with my pen. I don't ever want to hurt anybody else directly. Now, what I'll do is I will speak not so much directly towards any person in particular, but more I will speak about my feelings about certain characteristics or certain situations or whatnot. But I will no longer speak in a way that essentially is judging another human being and putting that into historical record, because it doesn't get erased. It doesn't have the nuance of being able to say, hey, this isn't really all who you are. This is just this moment that I'm feeling about you. And what, and that person could hear it, be hurt, and then die before you ever had the chance to resolve that between the two of you,
Is there anything you regret? Because obviously you put it all into your music. You've kind of put yourself out there. One form
I
or
think
another.
that there's kind of the perpetual psychological state of most artists that I know that deals a lot with regret, but in general, no. But I'd like to be, a little more like zen about it than I actually am. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I regret, but kind of all compiles and turns you into who you are. So it's difficult to say, oh, I regret this one thing, because it, kind of opened a door to another thing. On the music tip, like, I kind of regret not always being as honest with like the listening audience as I am now. But whatever, I was fucking 17, There's kind of this mode of hip hop and this kind of like personality and attitude that you're supposed to uphold. And I think I played into that a little too much when it wasn't like me. And I did it for the sake of trying to pull people into my world that is me. And like I said again, I was young, and I just like had this weird shit with like my musical identity, my artistic identity. So I wish I was a little more upfront about things, But anyways, here I am, pissing people off.
Yeah.
I love how genuine they are.
Links to those full interviews will be in the description.
Let's play another song.
Thomas C. Gorton is a local artist who 90% self-produced, mixed, and mastered his first album release, Years Old, which is available on most music streaming services.
Here is Thomas C. Gorton with his song Lion.
When you look in the mirror, what do you see? I wonder.
Now in fact, the present is the past and the future, so the mask and the shooters made of glass, and they knew you would advance like clouds on a forecast, bound to catch more heat like shots where the floor's gassed. And rebels with torn flags get commands to stand against forces, then forge corpses and gain fans of the orphans, of course. Light a torch in the path to report Lord's orders. I tore madness apart in a dark corner of my brain, so the coroner was saying it was slain by a man with no origins, born again, playing with the facts of life. Now I'm morphing at the sight of people who act out of spite. And if they grab a knife, then I'm taking figures like wolves in the cold winter. My nigga, I see them shiver, they freeze, they fall on their knees, they say please let me escape with my life, but shit, I got knees. I say I look like a lion, I'm a beast, they say let it leave. If I do a crime, best believe, they say let him free. At least in my mind, I can see past the present. If you think I'm lying, I'm gon' feast on you mentally. I look like a lion, I'm a beast, they say let him leave. If I do a crime, best believe, they say let him free. At least in my mind, I can see past the present. If you think I'm lying, I'm gon' feast on you mentally. While y'all thinking you outlaws. If I wasn't a dummy, I'd probably doubt y'all. See a wallet fall, out come the greed and all, and they feeding off everything you need and want. But me, I'm feeding on only things that make me strong. And I think a lot about the people, do we even jog? Where we really want, I feel like a dinosaur when he step out his cave early in the morn. Mixed with King Kong, coming to America, I like a nice blonde. So you better grab your chicken run. Wonder does a chicken run with no head to bark? I'm the type of nigga who walk with no head to talk, and lately I felt cut off. Maybe if I step up and crazily I'll play ball with sharks in deep waters and conquer them all with some powerful words. Strength towers above yours, just quite hasn't emerged. I'm quiet but have the urge sometimes to speak my mind in line with my soul still fine-tuning the flow, inclined to live life, decline the damn devil. The light will shine bright as soon as you hear the echo, so don't duck and miss this verse. I told him ship his hearse up to Minnesota, why don't ya? And if you miss this feast, kneel and kiss these rings. We all feel like kings. I told you I look like a lion, I'm a beast. They say let him eat. If I do a crime, best believe they say let him free. At least in my mind, I can see past the present. If you think I'm lying, I'm gon' feast on you mentally. I look like a lion, I'm a beast. They say let him eat. If I do a crime, best believe they say let him free. At least in my mind, I can see past the present. If you think I'm lying, I'm gon' feast on you mentally. Contemplate on the day life's to take it away. Someone would say, can make a deal with me, your will be made. Never stain my soul by ever talking to a devil, but in my state of mind I pay the price of mental dismay. I got a treasure that no one could ever possibly find. Wouldn't put it on the map, just know it's in the grand line. And if you cross it, you'll get tossed and lost just like my mind. But in a box I got it locked, my thoughts upon mankind. Feel like the venture when I write, but words don't fly off the page. When I flow, I hope you feel the blood pumping through your veins. What I mean is I can see the source of everyone's pain. With no needles and no pills, I'll nullify it again and again. Couldn't you tell when I changed for the worse of the cheddar? Never buying a chain cause of my ancestors. The better you play the game of life, the less you're in check, huh? Check as if you're king, the results are much better. But when you're king, things seem to go wrong for the wolf. When the weather change, get a coat, coat the heart of your soul. Go to heart of your home. If you're Midas, then the IRS will take it all in one stroke. Taking all of your hope, taking all of your hoes. If you pimpin', so don't slip upon the ice up in these streets. Balance life, attain peace, and if you can't, come see me, I'm Tom G. And everybody on the street say I look like a lion, I'm a beast. They say let him eat. If I do a crime, best believe they say let him free. At least in my mind, I can see past the present. If you think I'm lying, I'm gon' feast on you mentally. I look like a lion, I'm a beast. They say let him eat. If I do a crime, best believe they say let him free. At least in my mind, I can see past the present. If you think I'm lying, I'm gon' feast on you mentally.
Wow. What a great lyricist and a great chorus. I can't believe these artists are self-produced.
Thomas C. Gorton is also available for hire. Please check him out on Instagram at tomtom_debomb, where you can find his link tree, or look him up on Spotify, where you can find his contact email, tcgarts.mn@gmail.com. Thank you, Phillip St. John, for allowing us to play your song Where We At Now, and thank you, Thomas C. Gordon, for allowing us to play your song Lion. Please let them know in the comments how much you enjoyed their music.
Thank you, Phillip St. John. And thank you, Thomas C. Gordon.
Please check out our playlist and see the artists that we've featured before. We'll see you next time with 2 new artists. Thank you for watching.
Remember to listen to our music playlists. Once this channel is monetized, the revenue generated by those playlists will go to the artists. It's not a lot, but it's more than they would make from Spotify and other streaming services.
Let's see if I can do this one without fucking up.